Show. Everybody, I want you to go to the Tom Kelly Show. I want you all to know about the Tom Kelly Show.
And here we go,
Thank you. Keep that money
podcasting
coming.
from
Keep that
Lidditz,
money.
Pennsylvania. If you listen close, you can hear the clops of the Amish horses. And if you take a deep breath, you can smell the distant scent of cow manure. You are experiencing an evergreen, happy edition of the Tom Kelly Show. I don't know when I'm going to air this, but we're recording this before the election. But I'm here to tell you right now that whoever your candidate was, he or she lost. And I'm here to cheer you up. It's a positive show. We agree with that, right? I'm here with my best friend, Mike, who in many ways, as much to you, I owe some of my modern success. You guys know that I'm viral lately on the Instagram for great, brilliant comedic bits from the podcast about me talking about Long Island. And the second one to go viral was with my best friend Mike, who does not want to be on camera and does not want his last name used.
Right.
McGarrigle. Anyway.
Thanks.
I mean, I talk about you all the time. They know. Half of these people, I mean, half of my audience, they already have you as a pending friend request in your Facebook. Okay? And then just to tell you the story about, to refresh your memories, Mike and I were doing a podcast after a drunk steak night. I was drunk. You were not, sadly, I think, right? I was a little more sloppy than you. Let's be fair.
Yeah. They put more alcohol in your wine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
see?
they did.
And I talked about different Massapequa neighborhoods. That went viral. And also, 20 years ago, we had the first podcast ever. It was Astoria, Queens' #1 podcast. So we have a rapport.
We do. Yes.
Yeah, whereas my other friends, no on-air chemistry.
Right.
Fair. So let's do this first. I'm going to start the show with something new, something different, something I have not done. We're going to start with a game.
This sounds edgy. I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. So the game, edgy stuff here. Before we get, again, evergreen, happy show, lots of evergreen, happy topics. We're going to start with a game. Are you smarter than this celebrity?
Okay, let's do it.
Now, Mike, you are one of the smartest friends I have.
I appreciate that.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a quote. I may or may not give you a hint. You will guess the celebrity, and then you can decide if you are smarter than the celebrity. Like, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, you are dumber than Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Got it? Here we go. The quote. I actually don't like thinking. I think people think I like to think a lot, and I do not. I do not like to think at all.
Kurt Vonnegut.
Okay, if we're not going to play this for real, let's just go to talking.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. I don't like thinking.
Okay, but maybe it's a living celebrity. Let's start with that.
That could be a lot of
This is
people
probably
now.
why I don't start with games. Okay, next one. He was married to Kim Kardashian and stole a microphone from Taylor Swift.
Was like that was Kanye West, wasn't it?
Yes! Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Ding, 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 ding. See, this is how good you could be if you try at this just a bit.
Appreciate
Good
that.
God.
And now, do I have to decide if I'm smarter than?
Are you
or not?
smarter than Kanye West?
I'm not.
You are smarter, but not more creative than. And by the way, you are less anti-Semitic.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Next one. There you go. Good. Next one. This game is going to end quicker than we think, people. Hang tight. Next one. I've never really wanted to go to Japan simply because I don't like eating fish. And I know that's very popular out there in Africa.
Oh my. Gwen Stefani.
Getting closer. Hint. We just freed this Hit Me Baby One More Time pop princess.
Oh no, was it Britney Spears?
It was Britney Spears. And yet we freed her anyway.
That was my choice for the first one, actually.
Okay. You know, now you have a safety answer. Maybe I know why this game didn't do as well as No. I didn't go to England. I went to London.
I heard about this one. I don't remember.
I'm gonna just give you the hint.
Okay.
This simple life star made a living out of sounding like a simpleton.
Was it Paris Hilton?
There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. If everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a much more intelligent society, said this child of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, who was in The Karate Kid. And first name is Jaden.
Was it Jaden Smith?
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
Excellent.
There
I
you
knew that
go.
one.
I
I
feel
knew
like
that one.
Jaden Smith would have gotten that a little bit quicker.
Mm.
All right, you're not going to get that one. You're
I'm
not
not
going to
smarter
get
than
that
her
one.
either. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you this one for fun because I think this is your generation.
Okay.
Here we go. Quote, I guess I'm going to fade into Bolivian. Hint, he may bite your ear off if you make fun of him in this game.
Was it Mike Tyson?
Yes! Ding, 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 ding. All right, we're going to skip that one. Let's just do only ones that are 1990s relevant for Meekles. Hi, you're waving at me.
It says low battery. Sorry. I don't know if that
The
means it's
camera
still
says low
recording.
battery. We'll
Yes.
just keep winging it till it goes out. Here we
Okay.
go. Last three. It's time for the human race to enter the solar system. Hint, he was George H.W. Bush's vice president.
Was it Dick Cheney?
George Herbert Walker Bush's.
Oh, it was Al Gore.
George Herbert Walker. I'm going to stop the show right now. He did not know how to spell potato. You used to make fun of that in the 90s all the time.
What was Dan Quayle?
Thank God. Hey, by the way, Dan Quayle as president doesn't sound so bad now, does it, America? And we'll leave it at that. Here we go.
Wow.
People over 50 are cringing right now and actually evaluating that question.
Yes.
Listen, everyone's entitled to my opinion, said this material girl.
Madonna.
There you go. And I've been noticing gravity since I was very young, said this something about Mary Starr, who's also a Charlie's Angel, whose name is also Cameron Diaz. Ding, 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 Mike wins.
Was it Cameron Diaz?
It was Cameron Diaz. There you go. All right, so we have random topics to talk about. I'll give you a couple of things. Mike is divorced.
Several times. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to see if you would go there.
Yep.
But you're single and on the prowl.
I am definitely single.
Not on the prowl.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Good. Then this next segment will be useless to you. This is why I no longer pre-produce shows. Least attractive men's hobbies according to women.
Okay.
I'll give you them right now. You can tell me if it sounds unattractive. We probably should have had a woman here for this one.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is useful for you.
No, I appreciate this.
Maybe your children may yet get a fourth or fifth stepmother.
I'm going to write this down. I'm taking notes right now. Absolutely.
Right. Top 15 least attractive hobbies. Here we go. Comic books. Is that a woman would not find it attractive that I read comic books.
Agree.
Maybe let's just go to something more concrete. You know what? Fine. You are gonna agree. But you know what's funny? But that's also that number one thing is my number one thing in my personal life. Cosplay.
Cosplay, no.
Says, and now you're talking to a man who at one point was a professional mermaid in a mermaid show.
But that wasn't cosplay.
I mean, it's close enough for right now. Debating, unattractive.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, drinking.
Definitely.
As we both hear here. That's the white wine going down for you listening to the audio version.
Yes.
I'll speed through this. Meg, do you even know what Meg is? I don't know what Meg is, and I don't feel like looking it up.
No.
MIG?
Nope.
Folks, text me that. What is MIG? Anime.
It's like the decade of the nerd, though. I'm rethinking some of this now.
But I guess if it was the decade of the nerd, you and I wouldn't be sitting here alone on a Saturday night with each other.
I'm also kind of old. I'm a little old, just in general.
That's a great excuse for being nerd not getting laid.
Yeah, well.
Okay, that's an awful time.
Like the good old days when it was nerd not getting laid, but young. Right.
Okay. Again, this is an evergreen, happy show. Evergreen and happy. Here's the thing with these apps. Do you have a phone with the apps?
I have several apps.
Okay. This is an app like when we talk about like reasons why my father won't get an iPhone. This is probably one of them.
What does he have?
Oh, he's still on a flip phone.
Oh, I should have known that.
That's a topic for later.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's next
Actually,
time.
I do have that on the list. So one of the things when you talk about my father's argument for why he's on a flip phone is once you get it, you're on the phone all the time. And maybe not you. You're more evolved than other human beings. Not so evolved that you did well on Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
I am on the phone all the time, to be clear.
Are you?
All the time, yeah.
Okay, so
it's too much. It's too much.
But here's the thing. Now, like you don't have a Ring doorbell here in the complex.
I have a Blink system.
What is Blink?
It's the Amazon. It's like a Ring. It's just without the doorbell. I have several cameras outside, and so I've recorded you every time that you've come into the townhouse here. Yeah.
That's what I get. So that's what I get now for why do you have that? And why don't you have the doorbell?
I didn't need the doorbell.
Okay. Because it's weird with the doorbell, it rings people's phones now. Like I could go, if I don't have your phone number, I could ring your Ring doorbell and it'll go to your phone.
So the Blink works that way too.
Okay.
But you don't even have to press the button. So if you're the person that cuts the grass outside, or if you're a honeybee that flies by and turns on the
You'll
camera,
get an alert.
I get the alert.
Okay. Now,
And then I can talk to the honeybee if I wanted to through the phone. I can.
there's a speaker going out where you could talk to the neighbors.
Yes.
Is that okay by the apartment complex thing?
I didn't ask them.
Well, have you talked to anybody yet?
No.
Okay. Probably best we keep that a secret. Now, Furbo. I'm doing a show, and there's a woman who starts looking at her phone in the middle of my being brilliant.
Mm-hmm. When was this?
Within the last 2 weeks. And
Okay, so the Yankees were winning.
Okay.
Just let's go with the fantasy here.
Completely
okay?
irrelevant.
Let's go with the fantasy here.
Completely irrelevant. The Yankees were winning back in the day, yes. I have a side story on the Yankees. I'll make this quick. I'm doing one of those. I'm emceeing an auction,
Okay.
and I'm like, who wants to bid $2,000 on this vacation to Portugal? And a woman goes, yes! Turned out Aaron Judge had scored a home run, and she was looking at her phone.
Right.
So that worked out in my favor. Distraction worked out in my favor there.
Right.
Phone still working?
Looks like.
Little recording. Is it still recording?
Yep.
Did we hit record?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So back to us. Now, I'm doing a show, stand up, and a woman's looking at her phone. And I'm like, are you looking at cat videos while I'm performing? And she's like, no, it's my dog. And she has a Furbo where the dog you can throw the dog a treat from wherever you are.
I think it's great. It's the 21st century, man.
So, weird one. I have friends who who are divorced.
Yes.
And the male in the relationship did not get custody of the dog.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
Okay. That bothered him more than the fact that he was cheating on his wife. And
that makes sense. That flows properly.
So
yeah.
he said, hey, honey, I know you hate me for cheating on you for blank number of years.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance I could buy you a Furbo so I could look at the dog in your home?
Yeah, that's over the top, man.
Yeah.
I am not a dog person.
Okay, let's make it cat. If one of your many, many, many exes.
I don't see a cat person doing that.
Okay, expand on that because I don't know the difference. Are you you don't need to look at your cat?
No, I just know that she's there. I know that she's there, and she'll be there when I get home.
You know, that's funny because I feel like for some people with cats, they could go weeks without seeing their cats.
Yeah,
and they just see the food bowl going lower and higher.
Right, that's what I mean. Where the hell is she right now? She's off doing her own thing.
All right, this is the worst show I've ever done in my life. Hard to believe I've done my best one with you. All right. I'll give you one about me being at my worst quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
So this is inspired by somebody who I used to follow on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Worst movie to watch while hormonal. Do you have an answer for that? If a woman posts on Instagram, worst movie to watch while hormonal, do you have an answer?
This is where I sit down.
Okay, so I replied, your sister's wedding video.
Okay, and how did that go?
I got blocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we both learned something on that, and I'm glad you learned it firsthand, and I learned it secondhand.
I'm not sure what I learned. I just know I know I actually learned nothing. I just got a consequence.
Was there anything specific that happened in her sister's wedding video?
I don't know. I don't
did
know
you
if
step?
She has a sister. For all I know, her sister's dead or was murdered.
Well, that's what I mean. Is did you step on a landmine and you didn't know? Because this would not be the first time, right?
Now, I say this to my audience. I know. I mean, granted, most of my audience is not hormonal anymore, but no. By the way, Mike gave me no laugh on that. We might edit that joke out, actually, or I might leave it in just to see how you all handle it.
I'm just listening for the funny at this point.
Wow, says the man who got nothing right on Are You Smarter?
I'm waiting for the crickets. I'm listening for the crickets. They're not happening. That's all.
Cricket, 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 cricket,
All right.
cricket. I'm having a great time, even if you're not audience.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Hard to believe we used to be really. By the way, our old podcast, we were ranked like #1 on Yahoo for a long time.
We were #1 for 7 weeks, and in the top 50 for like a year.
Yeah, and here we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now. Take that, Joe Rogan. Okay. Things I've learned in my life lately. Sign: my parents are old. The
Let's
way
hear
they
it.
text.
The way they text, do they text you at all from the flip phone?
So
He's got to do
my
A, B, C, D, E, F. Really?
So my mother is. So I mean, I'm trying to write this as a stand-up joke, but I have no punchlines yet. But it is an observation.
Mm-hmm.
My mother signs all her text messages.
She just says, "Love you, Mom."
Well, so it'll be like, hey, I sent her a picture of us together. Mom, I'm in
Earlier today.
Pennsylvania
Okay.
with Mike.
Right.
And she goes, tell Mike I say hi. Dash mom.
Mom. Okay.
Hey, I'm coming home soon. Great. Can't wait to see you. Dash mom. Now I have the fake joke, which is not fake,
Mhm.
or it is fake, that my mom just discovered emojis and she's like, do you want to come over for some eggplant tonight and use the eggplant picture? That's the jokey joke, but that's not real.
I
But
really,
now it'd be like,
but the
dash mom.
truth is, when she says, I mean, you're Sicilian, right? So, like, if you're coming over for the eggplant, it's actually eggplant.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now with my dad, it's on a flip phone. Now my dad just always writes, okay. Right.
No punctuation.
But now,
nothing.
and I don't have the phone we're recording the show with, but it's like 3 buttons to get to O and another 2 buttons to get to K.
Yeah.
So like, Dad, I'm coming home soon. I'm like, beep 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 K.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, why don't you just write K? And he's like, I don't want to abbreviate OK. And I'm like, but Dad, you know that OK is an abbreviation for OKAY.
It already is, yeah.
K.
All right, so everybody learns something,
Yeah.
apparently.
By the way, I just said K as in okay, not as in what in Spanish. I got a look, people. I got the look. I mean, you folks, the things you don't get because Michael doesn't want to be on on camera. Okay. Next one. No, we're gonna skip that. You know what? How are we on better? What are we at? What are we at on time?
18 and a half.
That's a show. We could do we could do this checklist style. Uncle of the week.
Uncle of the week. Who was it? The guy in My Three Sons.
Hi. I know I have an older audience, but even my old audience is not craving My Three Sons references. Tell me more about that show with Fred McMurray and the 3 kids. I can sing the theme song. We used to have songs.
Alternate lyrics was like your superpower.
Yeah, there we go. So, Dutch Uncle.
Mm-hmm.
What's a Dutch Uncle?
That's when everybody is telling you the things that they want to tell you and not the things you should hear. And then somebody shows up and tells you the things that you probably should hear.
See, I never knew what that meant until today.
Well, because we're Gen X fellas and everybody was a Dutch uncle.
We are Gen X.
Yes. We're young Gen X.
Yeah. I am not a good... I'm at a point now where I'm afraid of triggering people.
Okay.
That's why I usually start the show with trigger warning, spoiler alert.
Mm.
But but I also, I'm trying to find the right way to say this, as I don't know if I turned the microphone off or on. I just pressed a whole bunch of buttons.
I think you turned it off because I don't see a light on it.
On that one. Okay, I have a light now.
Oh, we're good. Okay, let's do it.
So, yeah, I just want to tell more people they're idiots. I really wish, not like that, but I wish I could be. You never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I did. Clips. No, I've seen several episodes. Yes.
Animal. I just want to there's a whole Seinfeld, there's a whole Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about tap water, which I've been meaning to tell you. I know you filter yours, but there's still a limey taste to it that totally loosened up my bowels last night.
But you've been drinking it right out of the tap. You're not drinking the filtered one.
No, I've been drinking the filtered one too.
You haven't. I've seen you take it directly from the tap.
Well, shouldn't the tap be okay?
Oh God. Is the left-handed cigarettes or the devil's lettuce is actually legal in New York now? Is that what's going on?
Left-handed cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard that expression. Is that a word for marijuana?
Yes.
I mean, so my Dutch uncle is smoking a left-handed cigarette is a complete Mike McGarrigle sentence. That might be the name of the show.
Like, I've seen you take it directly out of the tap. I don't know that
only
you
the
think
first one.
What? No, several. That's the thing, dude. Like, I can hear the tap go on. It's very much like who are you going to believe, me or your own eyes? That's what's going on right now.
Okay. Sorry, you didn't have to be a Dutch uncle about it. All right, folks. That's a 20-minute happy show. I don't want the phone to die and not commit to the recording. New shows every Monday and maybe every Monday and Wednesday, whenever I feel like it. People, all right, get over it. All right, I'm a busy man. I'm very important. But show love where love can be shown, especially if this show is airing after the election and you're probably listening to this while you're storming your local government buildings.
Dumpster fires and all. Yeah.
Yeah, with your Dutch uncles.
Yep.
Be kind to each other for real. Even if you hate everything they stand for politically, show love where love can be shown, and we will hold this country together, starting with this YouTube video. Good night, New York. Oh, no, I'm not in New York. Where am I?
Good night, Pennsylvania.
Good night, Pennsylvania. Oh, God, swing state.
Yeah.
So whatever happened here, it's my fault. You know what? I'm going to leave and just go help count a vote. That's what I'm going to do. Martha, gas up the buggy! Great. I got the first laugh out of Mike 20 minutes into the show. By the way, are you still I notice like when I do the YouTube, they see me winding up to end the show and they'll start saying goodbye to each other in the chat. But now here I am. I ended the show, but I'm still talking.
Oh, here we are.
You know what I like to do? We can just listen to the sound of Mike's clock behind us. It's like a bad episode of 60 Minutes.
Good night.
Good night again. Good night, Pennsylvania.